6 types of people that will never be rich. Have you ever wondered why some people are rich and others are not? Have you wondered, will I ever be rich? People have several definitions of being rich. Someone may think he or she is rich because he's or she's healthy or that she's living a comfortable life. For me, being rich encompasses all of these things. But most importantly, being rich means that you have a substantial amount of money. And therefore have a lot of options in life, like retiring early. There's nothing wrong with that. There's, in fact, something wrong if you have poor money management or poor way of thinking about money. If so, you will never be rich. Welcome to CMTV 10, where we share with you advice that will take you from the life you have to the life you deserve. If you are new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss other interesting videos like this one. Being rich is the damn wish of every human. Most often than not, it's a common misconception that getting rich and successful is a matter of opportunity and luck. But let's not dive into this argument, as every human is presented with the opportunity of getting rich, but the individual that is prepared in advance is the one that makes use of his/her opportunity. And definitely becomes rich. From being scared of failure to not continuously learning, here are the 6 kinds of people that will never become rich. If you are serious about accumulating wealth and becoming rich, then watch this video till the end. 1. People who are scared of failure. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. Rich people look at failure as an opportunity to start all over again, but this time more wisely. Failure is an outcome, not an end product. People who do not realize all these facts will always be afraid of failure and will never get out of their comfort zone to try new things. Poor people see failure as an excuse not to try new experiences, even if the thing that this experience may lead to a life of financial freedom. They will say that it is too risky, that no one has ever done it before, or that they are not sure if they will succeed. But in reality, they are just scared of how they will feel if they fail. If you are afraid of failing, you will never be rich. All of the most successful people in the world have failed. Success stories often focus on how someone rose through humble beginnings and became a millionaire. The reality is that these people have all gone through terrible setbacks but learned to bounce back. For example, Elon Musk failed several times before he becomes successful. He wasn't afraid of failure and never give up until he becomes successful. A wise man once said, "The only time you fail is when you give up." Successful people learn how to overcome failures. They pick themselves up and try again. This is the only difference between someone who makes it to the top of their game versus someone who stays in an average lifestyle. Remember that by playing it safe, you continue a normal life. Only the ones who take risks and are not afraid to fail, make it to the top. 2. People who don't invest. One of the most effective ways to earn more money over time is investing it, and the earlier you start, the better. It will be nearly impossible for the typical worker to become a millionaire without at least doing some investing. A few movie stars and pro athletes will break this rule, but from there they will have trouble making their money last if it invested and grow over time. You may feel safe, stuffing your life saving under the mattress, but you are losing money each and every day after inflation eats away at your purchasing power. If you want to achieve and maintain financial independence, you will need the help of compounding interest via some type of investing. On average, millionaires invest 20% of their household income each year, Ramit Sethi wrote in his New York Times bestseller. I will teach you to be rich. Their wealth isn't measured by the amount they make each year, but by how they've saved and invested over time. You don't have to be an expert on personal finance or use fancy economic jargon to start investing. You don't have to come from an affluent family, and you don't even have to earn a massive paycheck. Start by investing in your retirement or a low-cost target date fund, and you'll see huge returns in the long run. While I will admit, there are risks associated with investing in anything from stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, and even buying a home. In my opinion, the risks of not investing are even greater. By not taking any investment risk, you are likely guaranteeing what you are most afraid of: running out of money in the long run. 3. People who don't continuously learn. Unless you win a lottery, then becoming rich will require knowledge, which is why the saying, the more you learn, the more you earn. Look at yourself for a second. Before this video, what have you been doing today? How much of it was education and how much of it was simple entertainment? Entertainment is not making you better. Learning is a lifelong process. You never stop learning, because the moment you do, you're not growing, you're just fading away with time. Help yourself get better if no one else will. You're already watching this video, meaning there's something within you that wants more than you currently have, to be more than you currently are. You're struggling because you're not learning enough. The simplest method of keeping track is by how many books did you read last year? The average person reads 1 book per year. The average top CEO reads 50 books per year. The average person is poor while the CEOs are rich. Also, the CEOs read for the purpose of learning, while the average person reads for entertainment. Biographies and self-help books need to be your next best friend. If you're closer to the average person, you're likely to end up just like them, because you're not learning enough. Read about the stories of great men and women, how they made their decisions, how they found their passion, how they faced risk, failure, and humiliation. That's how you grow. You study people like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, or anyone else you look up to. All of the most successful people in the world read multiple books per year. Most of these books are non-fiction and they focus on self-improvement. Every year, Bill Gates comes out with a list of all of the books he read that year. Oprah Winfrey is also famous for her book club. People who've read a lot are always looking to learn something new. They are willing to open up their mind to information that they have never known before, and it just might help them on their journey to success. In college, you had to read books to get better at a certain subject, but the same goes for life in general. The more you read, the more you succeed. 4. People who only work hard, not smart. In school, we learn that hard work will get us ahead in life. But that's only half the story, says Rick Edelman, a top financial advisor. If all you do in life is work really hard, you're never going to get wealthy, he said. Because it's not enough that you work hard to make money to set some of it aside. Edelman says that to ensure future wealth, you must equally work smart. One way he suggests working smart is investing your money in the stock market or a retirement fund, that is, taking advantage of compound interest so that your money earns money. You can do this without taking a huge amount of risk. You can do this without a lot of effort. You can do this without a lot of time, he said. 5. People who lack purpose in life. Those who have a purpose or passion in life make it easier on themselves to get up each and every morning. Over the years, I've observed that many of my happiest and most successful financial planning clients actually love what they do. They move through life with an extra spring in their steps. It may be tempting to pick a job or career path based mostly on the salary. Also consider the quality of life that it will end up providing for you and your loved ones. Follow your passions and dreams and money will follow, as the saying goes. At risk coming off all unicorns and rainbows, but I can honestly say I've seen real-life examples of this over and over again in my career, helping people better lives through financial guidance. You don't have to do this all alone. Work with a fiduciary financial planner to get your financial house in order, and maybe, just maybe, you too will make it to millionaire status. What steps can you take today that get on track to become the next millionaire next door? 6. People who are waiting for a miracle. People who hope for a miracle are the ones who are playing the lottery, entering contests, and saying their prayers to God every night with the hope that $1 million will fall into their lap. And yet they are not doing anything to actually change their circumstances. This misconception is very common among Christians folk. Take a look at the great and rich men today. There is something that is very common about them. They took action, worked hard, pursued their dream. Truth be told, you will never get anywhere if all you do is spend all your time pray for a miracle and not putting in the work and strategies to get rich. For anyone who has read The Secret, you might believe that by thinking about your goals and creating a vision board, you might eventually manifest them into reality. While faith in yourself and in a higher power can sometimes help to move you forward, it is not the only thing that is going to make you rich. You have to pair manifestation together with action in order for it to actually work. Statistically speaking, Poor people tend to be religious, and rich people are more likely to be agnostic or atheist. In conclusion, if you want to be rich, then you need to get rid of these 6 habits, and if you currently possess any or all of them, don't worry because each one of them can be unlearned. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video.